Hi, Brad from bradsautoglass.com and sliding rear window back glass slider on eBay. Today's video is a 2016 Up. So once you've cleaned your edge up and you've got sharp edges off of there and you have something that you can seam, and you can see I can take my rubber gloves and just break this glass off. So, and this is bonded in a manufacturing process. This is going to stay in place so we can bond to it. The center piece, though, we need to clean it up and get it ready so that we can stick it to the glass. And I take the vice grips and I open them up about that much. And I go around this piece, and I might have to open it up a little more. And with it like that, I can take and I can deburr this glass and get this cleaned up. Now I've already done a lot of prep work. So I want you to do all that and come in here and clean this up and get you a nice cleaned edge. Camera, zoom in. So I have this cleaned up, and there's even a little gap here. I'm not going to worry about that, and I can wipe this off with my leather gloves. I want you to wipe this down with paper towel, clean paper towel, and brake clean. And the reason we use brake clean is because it's a fast drying solvent and won't get into the cracks of the glass and interfere with our bonding process. And for no other reason to have brake clean, if you get urethane on anything, brake clean will clean it. If you get it on your hands, on the vehicle, on your interior, the brake clean and the clean towel, you can clean it right up. So this is the panel that we're going to send you. And it is a direct duplicate. And I'll show you what it looks like in there. There's what it looks like in place. And what you're going to do is you're going to clean the other side of that with Windex real good. You're going to take the urethane that we sell in our kit, you're going to cut a small hole, and I want you to heat this to about 140 degrees. And then also you'll notice that this has a big tip. Make sure you fully open that tip so you've got the flow. This is really thick. It's very viscous, and that's why it needs to be warm. And you're going to apply a small bead, real small bead on this center piece here. Get a nice little one there, and then you can fatten it up a little bit around the outside here. And you're going to go all the way around. And the reason I'm not doing this in reality is because I'm going to strip this out and do a full replacement in the next video. So once you have the urethane on there, I want you to take the window and find this upper corner, and then come down and find this lower corner. Alright, so I've stuck the window into the urethane, and you're going to want to press it down real good because the urethane, like I said, is very viscous. You're going to press this in and get it down as flat as you can. That's why you want to be careful and not put too big a bead, no bigger than 3/16 of an inch or about that. Then you're going to take tape, you're going to make sure you got your alignment up here, and you're going to get right here and come up over the cab. And I want you to do this, I'd prefer you use 2-inch tape, I don't have any. And so you're going to tape it. And the reason you're doing this is because the urethane takes about 3 hours to dry, and the window is going to want to slide down, and you'd be really disappointed. So once you get it taped so it's not sliding down, remember we put the urethane on this weather strip. I want you to press this weather strip up into place, and then I want you to take your 2-inch tape, and you'll put a piece on here right on the edge of the glass, and then you'll wrap this around and pick that part up. Now if I had 2-inch this would work better. You'll pick that up. And I want you to stop right there and let it set overnight. And then when this cures, and after you get that done, come to this outside edge and tape this corner down. And put a couple of rows of tape on there. And then do the same thing up on top. Take and push it down real good and pull that tape down and double it up. And get that tape down. And the tighter you can get that edge. Now if the camera will come in here, you can see, all you see is the edge of the glass here. And this is with the patch method. And it's about 62 thousandths of an inch. That's all you see is that edge. And actually, there's a lot of vehicles that are manufactured and they leave that edge out there. And I think that's an acceptable fix for an amateur. And let this set overnight. And then the next day you can take and remove the clamps, remove the tape, everything's all dry. You can get inside and you can seam around the edge where that rough glass was and clean that up so that it doesn't have any dangerous edges showing. And that pretty much concludes the patch method. You can find my part at bradsautoglass.com. I'm Brad. Thanks. Alright, a couple of footnotes I wanted to add. If you're working on the driver's left side patch, the power sliding center window is going to be here in this opening. So you won't actually need to tape this mullion from top to bottom. It'll have the pressure from the center glass holding it in place. Just make sure that it's lined up and make sure that you don't use it for 24 hours. And the tape method on this side, you should tape it and come all the way around the window. And I'm not sure that the hand clamps are necessary. I don't think you'll actually be able to use them. So just updated note to my video.